For many generations, our Lakota people lived on the plains and followed the stars for ceremony. Our ancient creation story teaches us that Tunkashila made all of creation, woman and man, and taught us to be a good relative to all of creation. Mani, water, is a sacred gift of creation. Mani is the adornment of Mother Earth. Mani is the companion of Woke, the daughter of Tunkashila. Woke is the law. Mani is our first home. When we arrive here on Mother Earth, the water of our mother's womb is our first dwelling. Water is our first medicine. Without water, there is no life. The spirit of Mani is also in the Star Nation. In the form of steam, the spirit of Mani enters the human body to nourish the spirit. Mani is part of the daily and ceremonial aspect of Lakol Wichocha, our Lakota life way. After the coming of the white man and many years of war making, the Ochete Shakomi 7 council fires, known historically as the Great Sioux Nation, entered into the 1868 Fort Laramie Treaty with the United States. In the treaty, our ancestors retained a land base for the Lakota Nation that includes parts of what is currently now known as North Dakota, South Dakota, Colorado, Wyoming, Montana, Nebraska, and Canada. Our treaty territory contains our sacred land and ceremonial sites and billions of dollars worth of minerals, plants, and water. Our ancestors and the United States government officials smoked our sacred pipe together, and the U.S. Congress ratified the treaty, so our people believe that the treaty is true and binding as long as the water flows and sweetgrass grows. Through America's aggressive treaty violations and the decimation of the Buffalo Nation, the Oglala Lakota were forced onto the reservation. The Pine Ridge Indian Reservation is located in southwestern South Dakota. The Pine Ridge Reservation was originally known as Prisoner of War Camp number 344. The United States Bureau of Indian Affairs reports that there are now 48,000 Oglala Lakota people with 25,000 tribal members residing on the Pine Ridge. 65% of our population is age 25 and under. On the Pine Ridge, drinking water quality tests conducted from 1995 to the present by the United States Geological Survey, the Indian Health Service, and the Oglala Sioux Tribal Rural Water Program reveal contaminants in the water. Arsenic, combined radium-226 and 228, barium, thorium-230, and other radioactive alpha emitters. The water quality test results in 2005 on Pine Ridge reveal that 98 wells have arsenic levels 2 to 12 times higher than the MCL determined by law. In past decades, open-pit uranium mining occurred northwest of the Pine Ridge in the area of Edgemont, South Dakota, on the outskirts of our sacred Black Hills. The milling of the uranium took place by the Cheyenne River, which flows to the Pine Ridge. The radioactive waste from that uranium mine has since been buried underground for storage. The area around Edgemont and the northwest area of the Pine Ridge is over the Ingakaga Aquifer and the White River Group. The USGS and Oglala Sioux Tribal Rural Water test document that wells and springs from these aquifers reveal contaminants of arsenic, radium, and gross alpha emitters higher than the safe MCL. These wells have also been closed. Radioactive uranium and barium sludge ponds and monitoring wells result from the in situ leach mining process. ISL mining is presently happening in Crawford, Nebraska at the Crow Butte Resources Incorporated uranium mine, which is owned by Cameco Incorporated, the multinational energy corporation headquartered in Saskatchewan, Canada. This Crow Butte uranium mine has spilled or leaked thousands of gallons of contaminated water into our land, air, and groundwater. The High Plains aquifer that is under the Crow Butte uranium mine also flows under the eastern portion of the Pine Ridge Reservation. Crow Butte Resources will soon seek renewal of their existing license and is proposing to develop another uranium mine north of Crawford, Nebraska, near Whitney Lake and Dam and the White River, which flows to the Pine Ridge. Crow Butte Resources Incorporated proposes 20 more years of uranium mining near Crawford, Nebraska in Dawes County. How much water is that at 9,000 gallons per minute? 24 hours per day, 365 days per year for 20 more years. These uranium companies say that ISL mining is environmentally friendly and safe. But according to Gavin Mudd, a researcher in the scientific community, the ISL technique can lead to permanent contamination of groundwater and can contaminate land which was otherwise good, productive land. How will 20 more years of injecting contaminated water into all of the aquifers that our people drink from affect our coming generations? Science tells us that inorganic arsenic crosses the placenta, can cause fetal death, can be detected in mother's breast milk. Children's bodies are more susceptible to the damaging effects of inorganic arsenic. With the known uranium deposit detected under the Pine Ridge, how long will it be before the energy companies come here and offer millions of dollars to the Oglala Lakota tribal government to mine uranium in the Badlands on the Pine Ridge?